Hello friends, this is a little bit of a different venue to normal. We are in Lille, as you can see, and it is raining. But as always, you're here with me, Lee, Osirus, and we've got a hooded
Hola.
S9 vibe. How you doing, man?
Good.
Yeah?
Wet.
It is raining right now. We had this nice idea of, we'll get a check out of the hotel this morning and we'll have a walk and we'll record the pod for this week while we're walking. But it's raining in Lille, and it seems to have been doing that the whole weekend. We're here, if you didn't know, for the Lille Regional Championship event. We've been competing in for the video game. Obviously, there's TCG and Pokemon Go going on at the same time. Day one was yesterday. It was quite a long day, but it was a lot of fun seeing a lot of people. Tournament-wise, it didn't go as well as what we kind of...
We don't talk about that.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. Didn't go as well as what we wanted it to go, so...
You did okay.
Yeah, to just pit it off at the end of the day, which I'm really sad about. And the rain is getting even harder,
I'm gonna
so...
have to get my raincoat out.
Yeah, it's...
Stop for a sec.
There's a little enclosure there you can kind of go in.
Yeah, we'll do that.
But yeah, Lille's nice. We haven't really seen much of it, but what we have seen, it's been good. Venue's been good, vibrant, lots of things going on there. So we thought we'd just, because there's not much going on in the Pokemon world at the minute, we thought we'd have just a bit of a catch-up vlog while we're here, show you a bit of Lille.
Now, the weekend's been good. Not for me. You know, if we want to talk about Pokemon, it wasn't great, to be totally honest with you. It's very frustrating because my arm is now stuck. I've been playing Pokemon for so long, and I really tried for this event. And I arguably probably done the worst I've ever done.
Scott's doing as well as putting on jackets as he did it playing Pokemon.
I'm struggling. This is how bad on Pokemon I was. A reflection. No, I've probably done the worst I've ever done at an event this weekend. And you know, I played all my games. I was just ass. And yeah. So we go again. There is Gdansk. There is a regional in Gdansk in Poland in a month's time, and I will be there. Hopefully not scrubbing out, just like I did today. But unfortunately, Monda's like that. If you've played Pokemon, I'm sure you know. It's very can be depressing. You know, especially like losing round one. Round one's always like it's just like so important for the mental game. Just like if you can win round one, you're like, okay, going to round two, and it's like such a weird confidence boost, but just like needed if you want to do well. And so, you know, I lost round one, then I lost round two, and me and a friend, like one of my other friends, Sam, he come with, like obviously quite a lot of friends. He also lost round one and round two, and we were both like laughing. We were just laughing at how bad we are, because you know he also tried. And you know, this is also his worst result ever. I mean, he ended up dropping. I probably should have done the same, to be honest with you. But yeah, I was just like, it's okay when you're somewhere. It feels bad, but at least if you're scrubbing out with some of your friends, and he was scrubbing out as well. So I didn't feel as bad. And then I won round three, and I was like, oh, maybe we can have a bit of a comeback. And then, you know, that just didn't happen. And then I lost round four. And then, it was just such a shit show. And then, like, after round 4 or 3, there was this round 4 didn't end for ages because there was this like insane mirror matchup with the exact same team, and they were basically PP stalling each other. So the round lasted for fucking ages, and then we got like a tiny lunch break that wasn't long enough to walk to Starbucks, which is what we're doing now. And then, you know, it's just jarring. And then it was raining. And it was raining. So this is like at 2:00, and we had until like 10 to 3 before our next round. So we had 5 rounds left, and it was like almost 3:00. It was just like, it was a long day yesterday, very long. Anyway, I scrubbed out and went 2-7. And 3-6, but one of those was a bye, so it doesn't actually count. And so, you know, it wasn't great. I'm going to be honest, it wasn't great. And when you play Mons, it's like, obviously, I've been playing for a long time now, and you would thought I would get better. You would think so, having played for actually 10 years now, because I started when I was 15, so I've been playing for 10 years. even like I've learned to enjoy it more, right? Which is, I think, is a big part about these events and why I keep coming, because you need to cross over. You need to kind of enjoy them, because especially if you struggle at events, you know, it's a social thing, which is one of the reasons I've always come. But there's always going to be that competitive part of you that wants to do well, because it's just not as fun if you don't do as well.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can attest to that, but it was it just sort of it is what it is. It's very frustrating, but I don't know what else to say, to be honest. Like it was
It's frustrating. It is like to finish like that. Like, just to go over my run, I had a really good start.
Really good start.
3-0. I felt really good, and I felt like I was playing really well, and I was playing the team really well. The team's tricky to play, so you got to be really on point with it, but I was making good plays. I was, just playing really good. I was in a good place, and then, like Scott mentioned, there was a really long break, and it was probably about an hour. We had to wait while one of the matches finished before we got the next round, and it really just kind of... I lost all momentum down here. Yeah, I lost all momentum, and then RNG decided that...
Oh, you got already dunked for 2 rounds.
2 rounds in a row. Game said, I don't want you to win.
No.
Like, on a subconscious level, it really didn't help. Like, I tried to be as positive as I could in that kind of situation, but from going from like 3-0 to 3-2, I didn't feel great. Managed to get up to 5-2, and then I actually played someone, and they played very well. I don't think I played as well as I could have done. I could have made better choices for sure, but I lost in fair play to my opponent in that round. And then going into the last round, I just kind of give up at that point. I thought, went with the flow, and it didn't go well. So finished badly, but it is what it is. And I was saying to you, I think the big thing about the tournaments, when they don't go well, it's like, it's not about, dwelling on it too much. It's kind of picking yourself up and going again. Because I think that's what, like, learning from what happened if you can. Sometimes that isn't the case, but just got to go again. But it's been fun. Looking forward to today.
It's knackering, though. That's
it is knackering.
The thing that always gets me, like, we do this every time, right? We arrived at a good time on Friday night. We got the Eurostar over. It was a bit delayed, but we were in our room at like 8 o'clock. And every fucking event, we're like, we go to bed early because we know it's going to be a long day tomorrow. We got up at like 6:30 yesterday, and the event didn't sort of end the last round until like 6-7 o'clock. So it's a fucking long day, right, playing Pokemon. And you got to think as well, like, I know you like, if you played, like, it's just concentrating, right? You concentrate, you're trying to think, even if it's not a shit ton, you're trying to concentrate, so it's draining. So you need sleep, and you need food.
I was so tired at the end of yesterday.
And this is what, like, we talk about, like, how people, because you get to a certain stage in the day, like, certain scores, so how it works now is to cut Deku, you have to go X2 basically, so you can only lose 2 games. Like, if you're like on your last round and you're 6-2, right? There's 1 round left, right? How have you got the mental capacity to concentrate for that last round? And I think that's where experience comes in a lot, and especially like practice with the team.
Yeah, and if you played a lot of events, like consecutively in that season, I think it definitely helps you out, because you are like a bit more. It's a bit like elastic almost, where you've stretched yourself already, where you're kind of ready for that kind of mental stress that you're putting yourself under, and the tiredness and things like that. But I feel, especially like for myself, because I'm coming into it and I haven't played an event for such a long time, that definitely caught up with me. But I mean, but all in all,
we didn't go to bed early. That was my point. I forgot to say, we went to bed at like, I was helping Lee practice for one of his matchups, and we went to bed at like midnight. And then so we only had like 6 hours sleep, and then this morning we woke up and we're so fucking tired.
So tired.
Although we had McDonald's and Five Guys last night, it was so good, honestly. Was the shizzle, man. So
Five Guys milkshake is the best.
Oh, it is literally the best.
The best.
It is so good. And actually, Lille was the first time. Little tidbit. When we come to Lille in 2019, after our disastrous coast trip. Actually, no, it was all right on the way here. Lille was the first time I had a Five Guys milkshake because of Lee. And so we went to the same Five Guys, I believe it was the same Five Guys, where I'd first had a Five Guys milkshake. So it was quite...
So, Five Guys, if you want to send any endorsements over this way to the channel,
the channel. We really
take
appreciate
my
it.
commission for that. Five Guys is good. But that's enough about the regional for now. We'll get into that a little bit later. What else has been happening in the Pokemon world this week? Not a great deal. We've had no news as of yet on the Indigo Disc, the release date for that. But we have had an array of Teal Mask trailers.
Fuck me, man. They are
dropped.
so confused.
Yeah, dropped from the
Nintendo was like-
Pokemon website. So it's so weird that they're dropping these trailers for
Trailers
the
for
Teal
the land
Mask
of
now.
Kitakami,
Yeah.
like a month after it's released. Does seem very strange, to be honest with you. Like, I don't know what they're up to.
I said to you, it almost feels like, they forgot to drop these trailers on the run-up to the Teal Mask or in and around the Teal Mask release date. And they're almost like, crap, we've got these trailers that we haven't actually put out yet, and we've got an Indigo Disc trailer coming out ready to go soon. Let's just dump these now to get them out of the way so they are up there, you know?
Yeah.
So whether or not that's the case or not, I don't know, but not a lot going on in the video game world. Of course, we've had the Blissey raid that is going on at the minute. No 7-star raid though at the minute. Maybe getting one announced this week, but other than that, no mass outbreak events either in the game. So it's not really too much going on at the minute. We're kind of in that like in between limbo stage where we know the Indigo Disc is on its way, but we still have no information with when that'll be happening. The Van Gogh stuff, we did get a drop for that on the official Pokemon website. So you were able last week to go on and order, I think it was £30 or $30 of, it had to be card product.
Didn't they change the promo to you could buy anything and you got one?
No, you had to buy cards. It had to be TCG product. So you had to buy £30 or $30 worth, and they sent you a card whilst it was in stock. So let us know down in the comments if you managed to pick one up, if you were after it, because that has since sold out. They've got none left of those cards. So hopefully those of you that wanted it were able to pick it up. The whole promotion for these cards has been a bit of a mess, to be honest, but I did manage to get one. I just bought some booster packs. And I got one. So
booster packs. We can talk about that in a second.
Oh, the 151.
Yeah.
And obviously we've got the other news in TCG as well as the Obsidian Flames. We know there's 84 secret rares in that set now. 84.
They're ruining. They are literally ruining the point of a secret rare. And like, I don't know how other people feel. I don't know if many people who watch this podcast collect TCG, but it's like, you know, they started doing these secret rares and like these full art cards, all art cards, which, you know, are gorgeous. You know, I'm not getting me wrong. I'm all for these really like nice, like illustration cards, or special illustration cards of the game. I genuinely love them, but it's kind of taking away from the rarity and the point of the card. If you've got 84 secret rares in a set, it's not a secret rare anymore. It's a common card. So what the fuck are they doing?
Yeah, especially when the set's only going to be like, what? Is the set going to be like probably 250 cards in total?
So you have a quarter of the cards does not make them secret rare. Secret rare should be like, I don't know, between like two to 5 cards if you've got like a 200 card set, I guess. But I just don't understand their logic. They're obviously just clinging on to the hype train of like, everyone wants to buy Pokemon cards at the moment, so we must keep printing. I mean, don't get me wrong. They're still printing money, and they still will continue to print money for as long as they make them. But it's just like, what are they doing? It's not fair. Well, it's not fair. It's just like not what you want to see.
I just think they're saturating the special illustration cards. Like they're becoming there's too many of them now, which is kind of devaluing them as a kind of, you know, their own unique thing. So how long it'll continue for, I don't know. But I do think that they are saturating it and definitely taking advantage of the hype around it. But, I mean, if people enjoy it, then that's great. But I'm so wet. It is so wet. This is so miserable.
Almost at Starbucks now.
This is not the play
to
walk and record.
Well, you know, we needed to do the podcast. We were in. The hotel room was so weird. and we couldn't work out, like, they had no desk, it had like one chair, and so we were just like, there wasn't really anywhere we could record to do it, and so we were just like, oh, let's just walk to Starbucks and do it.
Yeah.
And to be honest, it wasn't raining this bad when we had it.
Look, this is a lovely square here.
It's actually beautiful.
Yeah, it's really nice. We've got this nice fountain in the middle here, and the architecture is great.
It's a rugby ball. Oh, nothing.
Yeah, it's quite nice, other than the weather.
But yeah, the pools, oh, bro.
The what?
The one fight. So yesterday.
Oh, yeah, we bought an ETB each of 151.
We were sad yesterday,
Yeah.
right? So we was like, let's buy a Pokemon cast to make us feel better, because that's what adults do. And so we was like, the ETBs, they had 151 ETBs for like €45, which are really cheap, right? Really cheap. So we was like, yeah, we're definitely going to buy one each, and we'll crack it later. We was going to do it at the pod, but we were like, we just want to open it. But then we was like, we want to open something now. So we was like, oh, they had booster bundles as well. Normally they're not atrocious, they're like 24 quid in the UK, but they wanted like €36. So we was like, fuck that. Let's just buy another ETB between us and open it. So that's what we did.
Yeah.
And the pulls in that weren't awful. We split the packs. Lee actually did better. He got the Alt Art Alakazam card, which is arguably the better one.
It's one of the best ones in the set, I think.
Best ones in the set. And we've got a few EXs, but nothing crazy.
So 2 illustration rares in that first ETB that we got.
It's like, okay,
Yeah.
Promise. There's a lot of promise, So we go back to, after the event, we go back, we go, oh, let's crack these babies open, shall we? We did it sort of one pack by one. We opened ours up. Just got fuck all, really. It was really depressing. I mean, I've seen on Reddit the pull rates being bad, but I was like, they can't be this bad.
You did get a gold card, at least,
I did get a gold card. I got a gold switch.
Yeah, as a consolation.
As a consolation. It's not the most valuable
I got
card.
nothing.
Lee got nothing.
Literally
really.
Nothing. Out
Other
of
than a few
all
EXs.
9 packs. Yeah, it was terrible. I was very, very sad. But
Yeah.
it just goes to show, like, the pull rates for 151 are just absolutely trash. Like Scott's saying, like the subreddit, where people are just saying, like, they can't believe how bad some of the pulls are. It seems to be like you either hit a gold mine with the ETB, where you get an ETB and the ETB's got like hit after hit after hit, or you get nothing. And it feels really brutal for like a holiday set, a special set like 151, which doesn't really sit in line with things, to me at least, like Crown Zenith that we've had in the past, Shining Fates, and all those other holiday sets that we kind of get. So it just feels a little bit odd. And I'll try again with 151, I think, but I just feel like it kind of takes the shine off the whole set when you're not really getting those pulls every time.
It's hard though,
And it's
right?
not like I want loads of pulls, I just want, like, even a couple. 1 or 2 would be really great, but it seems
with
like
an ETB, right, you should get it similar to, like, with a booster box, you're guaranteed a certain amount of, like, rare cards, right?
Yeah, but I think with the holiday sets like that we see like this, because there is no booster with them, you kind of should have at least...
That's what I'm saying. You
Yeah.
should have something like that
Yeah.
for the ETBs, because it's just like one guaranteed good card, so you know that what you're buying isn't a waste of shit.
Yeah.
Because it did feel like that yesterday. It was so depressing. It was like, oh yeah, maybe we'll get a god pack. We got a ship pack. That's all we got. A
Yeah,
ship pack.
there was
nothing good in
God
there.
was not present when we were opening
God
those
was not
packs.
present at all. And so, yeah, it was a...
Hey, look at these macaroons here. These look amazing.
Jesus Christ.
They look so cool. Very cool.
French doing everything better. Look at anime art.
I know, I was like,
what the fuck?
just saw this artwork. It's looked very, very cool. Let's show you this. I don't know. I kind of want that cat
Very
for my
cool
house.
artwork, and then there's just anime girls on the side.
It's very cool. And Sean Connery down there. Love it. Love a little bit of Sean Connery. I've got a signed Sean Connery photo in my room. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's very cool. Love Sean Connery.
We've made it to our destination, Lee.
We have made it here, finally, to Starbucks. So we're going to go in, get some coffee. We'll probably sit down and we'll probably continue this inside when we're a bit drier. So we'll see you when we get into cheeky old Starbucks, which is just up ahead.
Au revoir. It's my OCD.
Look how yummy this looks. It's my dragon fruit. I got some banana bread as well, and
Banana
Scott went for a very
Toasty.
healthy toasty. Some coffee. But we're going to have a great day today. It's good. It's going to be good. We're going to play side events. We're going to win some card packs. We're going to win some prizes. We'll pull some packs. We'll take a lot of footage in here as well if we can. It's going to be good, and we're just going to have a bit of fun. And we'll kind of be a bit of a different podcast this week, but it'll be a fun one.
Yeah, I mean, I would prefer to do stuff like this in the future. I think. Let us know if you like this kind of vlog style content. I think I prefer, like, when we're together. I think if we're in a city, I mean, and we're both going to Gdansk, so you know, we can do another kind of sort of vlog for that. So that'll be really good. Like just walking around, exploring the city, having a chat. Obviously, hopefully we might have some more Pokemon news. I mean, that's like a month and a half now. We're just over a month away, so I hope we have a date, because we still don't have a date for the Indigo this week. Blows my mind.
What are you saying a month and a half away for? What are we a month and a half away from? Gdansk.
Gdansk.
Oh, right.
Did you not hear what I said?
Yeah, I know you're talking about Gdansk, but I was like, I thought you were talking about Pokemon news. I was like, did you know something that we didn't know about?
I would hope by Gdansk, which is at the end of November, we'll have a date, because otherwise, like, what are they doing? I still don't think it has to come out. I mean, me and Lee are pretty convinced it's coming out by the end of the year. Like, there's no way it's not. So, but we'll have to see. So, yeah, hopefully by then we'll know, and we might have a trailer by then as well. Because, like I said, with the dumping of these Kids Kami trailers,
I think we get a trailer this coming week, which is the week of this pod going out. So I think it just feels so weird that we've had nothing yet. And Riddler Q's been on the information train again, riddling things. I just feel like when he gets active, it's very close to when we get official news and stuff like that. So I feel like we'll get something this week, which would be nice. So we'll have something else to talk about. And maybe when we get a trailer, we get a date with that as well.
Oh, I think we get the Euro stuff in there, you know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Possibly.
So, yeah, hopefully soon we do get some news and we have something to talk about with you guys.
Yes. Sorry, it's been a bit of a different episode and probably a shorter one by the time we cut this up. It might not be short, depends on what footage we get inside the venue. But yeah, we're both bad at Pokemon. That's a lie. Lee's better. I'm just shit. I've got to be honest, I'm bad. But you know, I don't play Pokemon for fun, as I keep telling myself. You know, no, I do play it for fun. Oh my god, I just said the wrong thing. I play it for fun. I do actually enjoy playing ones.
Just nicer when you win.
It's a lot nicer when you win.
Yeah.
But you know, I get to spend time with people like Lee and friends, so it's not all bad. So,
no.
You know. But I think, what episode is this? 28 or 29?
28, because we had a break, didn't we?
Yes, yeah, we just wanted to think about... It's hard, because obviously we want to do a weekly podcast, and we will be doing a weekly podcast, but it's hard when there's not much going on, you know. Like, if you have any discussions, like ideas of what we can talk about, you know, in the meantime, what sort of interesting... What would you find interesting Pokemon-wise to talk about, or would you like us to expand maybe into a bit more of like Nintendo news, or you know, ideally we'd like to keep it to Pokemon, but you know, in times like this when there's not much else to talk about, we could talk about, you know, because Mario Wonder came out this weekend.
I've got it waiting for me when I get home. It got delivered on the day I travelled. I was like, please arrive before I leave, but it didn't. So
yeah, but no, I don't think there's much else to say other than see you guys next week. Anything you want to say before we go?
Well, no, not really. We'll try and get some footage in the venue, if we can do some side events and show you around the venue, of course, some B-roll shots and things like that, and if we do any little tournaments and things, but we'll cover as much as we can in the venue and hopefully show you guys around and what it's like at a VG regional for those of you that don't know.